Fantastic. Another opportunity to interview one of our participants. Thank you very much. So the opening question is, please tell me your name and a couple of things that we ought to know about you.
Of course. My name is Adrika. I'm currently a rising sophomore at Marvin Ridge High School. I love to write. I've been writing poems, and I actually have my own writing Instagram where I write my own poems and share them on the internet. I also love to dance. I've been dancing for 7 years, and I do a mix of classical and Western dances as well.
Classical dance? Mm-hmm. For example, what's a...
I do Bhangra and a mix of Bollywood dances. I've also done there's this type of dance called Bharatanatyam, and it's mostly South Asian dancing, which I do.
So I've been on this earth a long time, and I can tell you the people who dance their whole life, their bodies are completely different than the rest of us. And also their mind. They think better, they look better, they move better. So I encourage you to maintain that hobby. Have fun. So you've already mentioned one of your skill sets, and I'm going to ask you to reiterate that. But when we think about communications, there are 4 basic ingredients to it. We can speak and listen, or read and write. And you already told me, but tell me again. Your strong suit is?
Writing, mostly. I like to write poems and short stories from time to time. Sometimes if I feel they're really good, I like to share them on my writing Instagram. So that's I feel one of my biggest strengths in communication compared to speaking or listening as well.
I'm a big fan of reading and writing as well. Writing's my favorite thing. So I'd love to know, before we leave here, your Instagram label so that I can read your writing.
Okay.
I would love to do that. What got you interested in writing?
Well, my dad also loved to write, so I feel my whole family are writers. So I feel it really stemmed from that, my passion for writing. And also I love to read, so I feel I got a lot of inspiration from the books I read. When I was little, I really liked Harry Potter or the longer series. So I feel that's really where my passion for writing started.
So I was going to talk about poetry and writing a poem, but I can't really remember the comments, so maybe we'll skip on that. Okay, so let's think about this. When you first heard about this camp, what were you thinking? What did you think it might be, and why did you might want to be part of it?
Yeah, so I found out about this camp through a friend that was also in this camp before me. And, I've really always been passionate about business and the entrepreneurship side. So when I was first hearing about this camp, I expected it to be more hands-on and have more experience with actual business people, and getting that information from other people on what you can do in the business aspect. I feel that would help me in the future, hopefully, to start my own business as well.
And so do you have that idea in mind that one of these days you're going to start your own business?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Any particular kind of business in mind yet?
Yeah, so right now, my path is a doctor, specifically an eye doctor. So I'm hoping to start my own practice, an eye clinic. So that's my main focus for in the future, business.
Very cool. Any particular reason why that field of practice came into your mind?
Yeah, I also I don't have good sight at all. I actually didn't get glasses until 7th grade, so I always struggled with my vision and even seeing in class. So I feel that was really one thing that motivated me to make people feel more comfortable, especially their eyes, because I feel a lot of parents steer away from the eye aspect, because they could be you need glasses because you're watching too much television, or they kind of blame you for the fact that you got glasses. But I feel being more comfortable with that fact was the reason I wanted to.
Oh, interesting. Very good. So now that you have been in this camp, where have you been it for all 7 weeks?
No, I found out a little later. I joined about 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Okay, so you've been in it for a while.
Yeah.
How are we doing? Has it met your expectations? Is it what you thought it was going to be?
Yeah, definitely. I'm really happy that we get to work on our own businesses and grow with it. And I also like the speakers that have came in. They're interactive, and they tell us about their own experiences in business, and I feel it's really helped me over the course of the program.
Cool. I thought Nora did a particularly good job today in communicating all those different ingredients of branding. And I know me included, I jumped right into messaging without thinking through all those other ingredients.
Yeah.
And as someone who likes to write, I imagine that caught your attention too.
Definitely, yeah. I feel like even like when you're writing, you have to go through like a certain process. Like you can't just jump into your idea. You kind of have to like think it through, like the certain aspects, what like your message is gonna be, or like what your main topic is gonna be. So I feel like business and like writing, they kind of go hand in hand in some situations.
It took me a while to appreciate that, to be able to plan what I'm about to write, and to be able to put a few thoughts on paper before I start filling up a blank piece of paper. That sound familiar?
Yes, definitely.
Are you good at that?
I feel like that's really something I've struggled with, like just like putting my ideas out there and like kind of like taking it and then creating something out of it. But that's something like I've been working on throughout the years.
So if you have an opportunity, which I think you will, to be able to talk to some of your other friends who are not part of this camp, what would you tell them about the camp?
Yeah, I would tell them there's a lot of like communication and like connections you can get through this camp where you wouldn't like specifically get outside of this camp. I feel like it's really hard, especially for younger people, to get opportunities like this where you meet actual business owners and work like one-on-one with them. So I definitely tell them about that aspect, and also like the aspects where we like go through the hurdles of like a business, because you learn the complications. Like for example, like in our business, we've struggled like kind of learning and like mapping out what prices we want, like what our mission is. So I feel like I'd also like say that to them as well.
Cool. That sounds terrific. I think those are the questions that I have. So do you have any questions you'd like to ask me?
Yeah, so I know you guys are all like previous business owners or have like worked with like businesses. So what was like kind of your journey, or like what was your like hurdles that you came over while you were like starting your business?
Probably every one that we've talked about here, every one of those hurdles, I've probably tripped over them. The challenge in starting something or doing anything that we do for the very first time, our challenge is we don't know what we're doing, right? I mean, the first time we go and do anything, it's, oh my gosh, this is really hard. And I don't know exactly what I'm supposed to do next. And when you think that I'm going to go start my own business and it's the very first time I've done it, oh, wait a minute, I know all about business. I've watched TV my whole life. I know what IBM does. I know what Budweiser does. All I got to do is go do what they did. I mean, I know what goes into making a commercial, blah, blah, blah. None of that's relevant to getting something started. And that's what really fascinated me about my business and helping people get started, so that you don't get tripped up by all this stuff that you think you know, because it's not really applicable.
Yeah.
But trying to figure out what are the basic ingredients, and that's what I try to help people understand, your minimum viable business, that these are the basic ingredients that you need to know as soon as possible.
Yeah.
There's a lot more, but we just need this first. So I made all those mistakes, and hopefully I can help people not make them.
Yeah.
So thank you for the question.
Of course.
Thanks for the opportunity to chat. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Thank you very much.
Sorry, my hands are a little sweaty.
It's okay. You did great.
Thank you.
Thank you.